What's up, guys? It's Alex. So I got a lot of questions from you guys regarding the Ngauge, the Lund racing Ngauge specifically, something that I've been playing with for a little bit, and I just wanted to show you a couple little features, maybe a couple of things that it can display, and little tips and tricks I found that make everything work pretty well. So first of all, obviously, this is going to be my main screen that if I do drive around, this is the most critical information that I found handy. Air, fuel, spark, RPM, and knock sensor. If I want to add anything to it, I just simply click on an empty cell here, and then I got to choose which signal. Okay, so which signal do I want to choose? And these are the options. Okay, now there's so many options. I don't even know if any of it is useful for you guys, but I'm going to cycle through them real quick just to know what you can display. I mean, you can display just the silliest amount of stuff that it might be useful to some, it might not be useful to many. Gentleman asked me if I could display oil pressure. Currently on this configuration, I did not find an oil pressure setting, but that's not to say that the Lund Racing Ngauge can't display oil pressure. If you make sure that you update this device and make sure that everything is up to date, I'm sure there's little things that keep coming out. They'll keep pushing out that if enough people ask for it, I'm pretty certain that they'll go ahead and try to release something, especially if it's in high demand. But there's stuff in here that I didn't even know existed or is even desirable, like output shaft speed. There's ambient air temperature, inlet air temperature, things of that nature that might be useful to someone like me who doesn't really make a bunch of power. It doesn't really matter. My setup is very basic. It's just intake, exhaust, and a pretty spot on tune for the JLT intake. I know it takes a little bit of effort to actually get that the intake dialed in, but luckily for me, Lund Racing took their time and they got it dialed in real good. It drives like a stock car, and the intake makes good power. So yeah, as you can tell, there are a bunch of little options here that are available. I'm just cycling through them so that you can see what's something you can view. So I'm gonna look up something here. I forget, it was output shaft speed. Obviously it won't be able to be displayed because I'm not moving. But where is it? There it is. Output shaft speed. I'm sure it'll display. I just thought it was kind of neat that that's even a thing. So if you go ahead and hit the check mark, it'll then wherever I clicked on that cell, that'll show up. So again, if I want something to go here in this cell, I got to then pick the signal. Okay, then I pick the signal. Then what signal do I want to display in that other open cell that I just put on there? So what I'll do is I don't know, engine speed, I guess. So I don't know if I forgot if it was engine speed. I'm sorry, vehicle speed. So I don't know if that's vehicle speed or who the hell knows. But there's a bunch of little things to display here. Really neat. Something that to take into account when considering going from an SCT device. I came from an SCT X3, and I went over to the Lund Racing Ngauge for a couple of reasons. First of all, logging with the SCT X3, data logging was extremely tedious. You had to have a data log. You had to have a laptop in the car and a cord coming out of it, and then when you give it full throttle, when you're doing some street logging, it was just kind of cumbersome. This thing literally logs with an SD card. So let me see if I can show you real quick what that takes. You got to go all the way back. Exactly where I forget. I'm a total noob when it comes to this. I'm still sort of learning it myself, but I'm just trying to get well versed into this silliness. But there it is right here. So it says exit gauges. Go back. Okay, right here. So diagnostics, tuning. I'm gonna go to diagnostics just to play around, see what it is. Okay, let me focus here. It won't focus because the lighting is really shitty, but it says data logging. So I think you just click on that guy right on the data logging screen, and I think it literally starts to data log, if I'm not mistaken. Don't mind me, I have really fat fingers, and I tend to hit everything. So it pretty much is gonna want to select start data logging. then you just hit the check mark, okay? And I think the config file is already configured in the Ngauge. It's just a matter of running it up, whatever Lund tells you to do, whether it's a third gear pull from 3500 to 5500 full throttle, or if it's something partial throttle or a slow run up. Lund Racing, they're very particular with their tuning, so if they want you to run it up slowly, just do it. Don't ask why, just fucking do it. Do what they want. And if your tune is going to depend on how you do what they want, okay? If you start saying, well, I don't think they need to do this, well, guess what? You might need to do it exactly how they want, because they can only get you the best tune depending on what information you give them. And I guess you hit the X to stop logging, and that's it. I guess you save it. It saves it to an SD card. There's an internal 4 gigabyte SD card in this. Let me click it. Fuck it. See what's in there. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Again, my fat fingers are not helping this situation. Okay, well, it just says it's active. But anyway, just kind of want to show you a couple of things that this thing does. Really neat device. Putting the tune on is very easy also. Literally plug it in, hit upload tune, and it kind of does it all for you. I'll try to bring other tips and tricks as I update the device, and they keep pushing out different little gauges, different things to log. I also saw that Ken Biones uploaded a video or a picture that you can log front wheel speed versus rear wheel speed, so you can exactly see where you're losing traction. You might be able to use it as a traction control device, a launching device, things of that nature. So anyway, just want to make a quick video, not so quick, but just kind of showing you this little Ngauge that I think it's really neat, and it's totally different than what's out there right now. Thanks.